Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessie Nealand. Today we're going to talk about why I advocate for body neutrality as opposed to body positivity. The first thing you need to know is that body positivity is actually a political movement. It has its roots in the fat acceptance movement of the 60s. It is intended to be fighting for equity, equality, and justice for people in marginalized bodies. And it is not actually intended to be what it has become in the mainstream, which is more or less just the idea that everyone should love their bodies and love how they look and feel good in their skin. So I am very pro body positivity, the political movement, but the mainstream message that we should all love our bodies and love how we look and feel beautiful is actually a bit problematic. It doesn't make most people really able to get there. First of all, it doesn't have any actual way of getting there. It's just the idea that you should get there is often put out into the world, or people who have gotten there somehow and can't tell you how they got there advocate that you too should get there. And it's all very mysterious and sort of stressful. I think a lot of the people that I work with have reported feeling worse about themselves after trying to love their bodies and actually still hating them, or, really not feeling comfortable in them. They're trying to feel comfortable, but how? There's so few tools in this toolbox to try to just love how you look when actually you really don't like how you look and you wish you looked different. It's incredibly difficult to imagine getting there when you're so far away from it. And that makes a lot of people feel worse about themselves. Worse about the fact that they can't just magic themselves into feeling good becomes another thing they're ashamed of, another thing they're anxious about. So for my part, I say, let's just throw that out the window if it's stressing you out. I mean, if it's working for you, obviously awesome. I am pro any tool that makes you feel better in your body. But if it's not working for you, this might be why. It feels impossible. It feels out of reach. It's all very mysterious about how you're supposed to get there. Are you supposed to use logic and just think better thoughts? Are you supposed to willpower your way into feeling beautiful? It is a really messy situation. So I say, if it's not working for you, get it off the table. Recognize, okay, I'm struggling with body image issues. What do I want to do about it? I can't imagine ever just looking in the mirror and being thrilled. And now what? So body neutrality is the now what. Body neutrality is what I advocate for you to go from negative and suffering and in pain over your body to meh, right? It's not a sexy answer to body image issues. It doesn't sell a lot of headlines to be like, yeah, you just kind of don't think about your body too much. But that is ultimately what body neutrality is. You are essentially getting yourself out of suffering and allowing your relationship with your body to just be whatever. And by whatever, I mean, you're not thinking about everything you eat and everything, all the exercise you do so that you can look different. You're not thinking about your weight constantly. You're not body checking throughout the day. You're not criticizing every photo of you. You're not wondering what other people think about how you look. You have stepped away from the suffering that body image issues have been burdening you with for so long. And now you're in body neutrality. Well, for some people, this is just a resting space. It's like, okay, I no longer feel hatred and anxiety and panic and obsession towards my body, thank goodness. But I still want to get to a place of positivity. I still want to move to love. I still want to move to really feeling good. And that might be the continuation of the journey. It might be just the middle of the spectrum to rest at body neutrality for a while and then dive back in and see what it looks like for you to actually feel good in that space and feel love towards your body. But for a lot of people, it's the end. That is the end of the road. It is as good as it gets to just say, my body is. It just is. It looks how it looks, and that doesn't matter. Why doesn't it matter? Because it doesn't mean anything about me. Because I like myself as a person. I have a strong sense of who I am. I am getting my needs met in the world. And therefore, how I look is just really uninteresting and unimportant. So I don't have to spend any mental energy thinking about it. That is an end in and of itself for a lot of people, not just because it's actually something they can access easier than trying to love how they look in a world that makes us really not love how we look, but also because that is peace. You have gotten out of suffering and you are in peace. So if you want to love how you look, if you want to embrace all your curves and feel beautiful, great. There is, a lot of material on the internet to help you with that. But this is why I advocate for my clients and the work we do to be moving towards body neutrality. It makes it feel accessible. It is a lot more approachable. Actually, you could imagine just thinking about your body less, whereas maybe you can't imagine looking in the mirror and feeling super happy with what you see. So it invites more curiosity. It makes people feel like they're succeeding, and it is getting you out of suffering, which is the whole point anyway. The whole reason we have body positivity is because we had so much suffering over here of body image issues. So that's what I advocate for. That's why I do this work. That's why you'll hear me talk about body neutrality all the time in all these videos. This is why I choose it. So I hope this is helpful for you. If it was, I would love if you would hit like and subscribe, and I will catch you next week.